Yeah, so obviously part of the winning Tour de France team again last year, so that's the fourth time. 15, 16, 17 with Roomdog, and now 18, lucky enough to be a part of the team where G won. They're all special and they all got their own stories, and they're all different. They all go through different terrain, you go through different emotions, good things happen throughout the race, bad things happen throughout the race. They've all very different. It's hard to kind of rank them 1 to 4. They're all pleasure to be a part of. Obviously, the main difference this year was it, of course, being with G as opposed to through me, and yeah, that's obviously pretty special. I've grown up with G for forever and a day, and so that adds an extra element. But yeah, each and every one of them was special in their own different ways, and yeah, just to be a small part of that big puzzle is just a fortunate position for me to be in. Yeah, so with the leg injury, it's always an ongoing process, and I think it could well be for that case for the rest of my life. Just kind of manage the pain, and manage rest versus recovery versus training and what have you. So yeah, I had another operation this winter where I had a couple of screws taken out. The rod itself is still in and probably will stay in for life. That's just the way it is. But it's yeah, I think every day there's a certain element of pain there. I think it's always pretty stiff and sore, and as the ride goes on, it gets a bit aggravated. But I think it's just a case of it is what it is now, and that's just kind of put it to the back of your mind and get on with it. I don't think it's necessarily going to get ever 100% better, but 90% of the way, and I think that's pretty much where it's going to stay. So yeah, a bit of a shame, but I'm back riding my bike, and that's all that kind of mattered to me, and is that I could get back to the level I was, and I've achieved that. So yeah, kind of got to take what you can get, really. So for 2019, I think yeah, it's starting off with Down Under and the whole Aussie block actually, good 11, sunny, and then look for the classics again. I think yeah, definitely want to get more out of the classics. I don't think I've reached my full potential and kind of fully showed myself there. And the years are ticking by. It's not like I'm new kid on the block anymore. I'll be entering my 8th year as a pro. So it's been yeah, every year kind of sit here and say, yeah, I want to give the classics a crack. But yeah, same applies really. Try and go into them. And last year I finished Roubaix in an ambulance and finished Flanders with 50k to go, getting disqualified. So just didn't really got a plan at all really. In the year before, crashed heavy in Flanders whilst in the front group. So it's just the last few years, just one reason or another. Through no fault of my own really, but that's the classics for you. Just getting in crashes and wrong place, wrong time, which previous years, I was always right place, right time. So it's just kind of, hopefully I can get a year where it all comes together. The form, it all falls right on the day, and hopefully, we can go out there and do something special, either me or as a team. So I think, there's still a massive focus on the classics, and I think I've got a lot more to give there, and just hopefully, yeah, I can get a smooth run through the whole classics campaign and get some kind of result somewhere along the line. But easier said than done, right? Yeah, at the moment the plan is post classics, look towards the tour. So the same as the previous 4 years, really, kind of switch my focus towards going to classics and trying to get my own result, or if not on the day, help one of the boys. And then immediately kind of look towards the tour after that and try and go there and support our leaders at the tour, who it'll be, whether it's both, I don't know. But I think it's a great position to be in, to have cards to play, and I think that's the position we'll go into the tour this year again. So it's like I said it before, every tour is different, and this is it's just going to be different again, going in with that approach. But yeah, it'd be great to be a part of that whole puzzle this year, and try and bring the yellow jersey to Paris. It's kind of year on year, you almost take it for granted, but it's such a massive achievement, and just them guys who win it are they're freaks, So just to try and go there and support them boys again would be yeah, obviously a massive goal for me. Yeah, again, the last 2 years, season's been called early. Obviously, my leg broke 2 years ago, and last year I broke my scaphoid. So hopefully I can do a full season next year and finish off at the Worlds. That would probably be the last race of the year, but you know, they don't come around very often, and world champs on home soil. And I think GB in the last few years, I don't think we've lived up to our full expectations either. And I think as a nation, we really want to, you know, put on a performance on home soil and get a result out of the team on the day. So it's definitely a big focus for us. I think it's the first years in a lot of years that every GB rider, pro you speak to, you know, that is on their radar and they're already thinking about it. Whether the course necessarily suits them or not, they all want to be there, which is great, you know, that every rider is fully committed to it already. You got Matt Bramia stepping in, so you know, hopefully he'll look at different angles and stuff. We've obviously had Rod in the past, which is great, but yeah, so he's kind of taken over from that point of view, so that'll be, yeah, quite exciting to see what he comes up with. And I think yeah, for myself personally, it'll definitely be a massive, it's potentially once in a lifetime, once in a career opportunity, so you got to grab something like that with both hands and not just go there, but go there at a good level with good conditions. So yeah, that's definitely on the radar for the back end of the year. Yeah, so I think it's my 6th Down Under, and it's just a race that the first time I went, I kind of really enjoyed. It's a bit more of a relaxed start to the year, but it's obviously the first race of the year, so I think for me, I just want to get the ball rolling as soon as possible, get on the front foot, you know, get fit, get racing, get in the peloton, get amongst it. And it's something I've always enjoyed to do, is just start racing early and yeah, just get straight into the action. And this year will be no different. I think yeah, and then going down quite early as well, just before New Year. So I've kind of got, and then if you go right through to Cadell's and Sun Tour, you're actually there for kind of 6 weeks. So it's just a good chance to day in, day out, train good, train to the sun. You know, in Europe, wherever you are in Europe, weather can be influence your training, but over there, it's, you know what you're going to get day in, day out pretty much. So I think it puts you in pretty good nick going into the classics to be able to bank that good training block. And also the racing is getting a higher and higher level, so it's pretty solid racing. And yeah, essentially I'm a racer. I enjoy to race. I do the training aspect of it, obviously, but what I enjoy is the racing side of it. Training is kind of your 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and racing's your weekend where you let loose. So that's the stuff I enjoy. So why wait? Just get stuck straight into it. Yeah, Cadell Evans, I finished 5th one year and 4th one year as well. So kind of been knocking on the door there. Raced the Worlds there back in Geelong as under 23. So know the circuit pretty well. Raced there a few times, and it's just it's a great race actually. It's quite open. You can't really predict the winner. One year Pete Kenner won it solo from attack, 15k to go, epic ride. Another year, you know, sprinters won it, or someone's clipped off at the end. So it's quite, you know, they've kind of carried that world style of racing over to a one-day race, which I think is great. And it's just a race where we can go into quite relaxed and not have a fully structured plan like we go into a lot of races. You know, this is your leader, all around him. It's kind of quite open, and a lot of guys get their opportunity to fire up off the road and get amongst it. So yeah, it's a race that I like to try and get a bit of a result if possible. And one day racing I think is great, as opposed to stage races in general. You know, turn up, put your balls in the line, one day, get it all out and go home, as opposed to doing that 21 times. So it's just, I think it's quite an exciting way of racing, doing one day's full gas, and whoever wins on the day is champion, that's it. So it's just a style of racing that I enjoy. So yeah, hopefully I have a good one this year.